There's another major divide here in the U.S., and it's over the coronavirus vaccine. Right now, not even 50% of the country is fully vaccinated as the highly contagious, aggressive Delta variant spreads in parts of the U.S. with low vaccination rates. It's left many health experts wondering why more Americans aren't protecting themselves. Even Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell is scratching his head.
I'm perplexed by the reluctance of some to get vaccinated. Totally perplexed by it.
Totally perplexing. Joining us now is CNN chief media correspondent and anchor of reliable sources, Brian Stelter. Brian, to understand this vaccine hesitancy, you might not have to look much further than the messaging some Americans are receiving. Call it messaging because it's not information, it's not news, it's messaging.
No, the anti-vaccination propaganda has become much stronger than it was, let's say, 6 or 9 months ago, Jim. What I hear on right-wing talk radio and television is much more assertive and ridiculous. It's not just hesitancy, it's outright rejection of the vaccines. Well, look, just take a listen for yourself.
Power grabs and needle jabs. That's the focus of tonight's angle.
To see one reason why the red-blue divide on vaccines is getting worse, just turn up the volume.
The focus of this administration on vaccination is mind-boggling.
The focus of right-wing media is vaccine rejection, and it's getting downright ridiculous.
They want to go door to door with what, the vaccine police? You can skip my house, bro.
That's Dan Bongino reacting to President Biden.
We need to go to community by community, neighborhood by neighborhood, and oftentimes door to door, literally knocking on doors to get help to the remaining people protected from the virus.
And that simple idea, something that local governments have already been doing, was made to sound sinister by the anti-Biden media.
The Biden administration is threatening to send political operatives to the homes of people who refuse to take an experimental COVID vaccine.
Door to door, hey, Joe, how about no?
This is what happens when you get a government too big for its own good.
This is how it works. How distrust of the government, of big pharma, of big media, all gets whipped up into anti-science rhetoric.
They won't admit that, though, because that would be telling the CNN watchers, the New York Times readers, who took the science seriously, that they're not as smart as they think they are.
Buck Sexton's sarcasm shows his hostility, and you can hear it all over right-wing radio and TV. Resisting the vaccine is practically a badge of honor, a way to stick it to the blue states, with conservative commentator Candace Owens bragging that, quote, not one person in my family will ever touch the COVID-19 vaccine. They claim to be defending their freedom, repurposing liberal messaging about abortion rights.
Are you opening the door to say, my body, my choice?
People have the right to make a choice.
The Biden administration is no longer pro-choice.
And they plan to keep this fight up into the fall.
Students are not going to have to live in a medical apartheid because they don't want to get the vaccine.
But they are ignoring the public health reality of a pandemic. The more people who are vaccinated, the safer we all are.
We're not asking anybody to make any political statement one way or another. We're saying try and save your life.
But in Republican strongholds, many adults are resisting. And they are egged on by right-wing media stars who claim to respect their audience, but are actually putting them at risk. This week, the Kaiser Family Foundation said the red-blue divide is widening, whereas a few months ago, there's only a 2% gap between counties that went for Biden and counties that went for Trump in terms of acceptance of the vaccine. Now, there's more than a 10-point spread between those blue counties and those red counties. And we are seeing that the reaction, basically the takeaway is that Trump counties are more vulnerable to this COVID-19 pandemic now. They are more vulnerable to get sick. They are more vulnerable. And ultimately, the responsibility is partly on lawmakers and these right-wing media stars who are spreading disinformation, Jim.
Yeah, I'd like to ask some of these characters whether or not they've been vaccinated themselves. I mean, it would be great if they could disclose that as they're throwing all of this garbage out there. But this week, President Biden said it's time to go door to door to encourage more Americans to get vaccinated. Members of the GOP, including people like Madison Cawthorn, are pushing back on that. Let's listen.
And now they're starting to talk about going door to door to be able to take vaccines to the people. Think about the mechanisms they would have to build to be able to actually execute that massive of a thing. And then think about what those mechanisms could be used for. They could then go door to door, take your guns. They could again go door to door, take your Bibles.
I mean, that's just dumb. But Brian, I guess the practical effect of all of this is that you are just going to see people across Trump country not being vaccinated and really just refusing to ever be vaccinated because of this kind of hysteria.
And suffering for no good reason. Yeah, our colleague John Berman said it really well this week. He said we are now in the optional phase of the pandemic. There is no reason for so many people to get sick and to suffer and in some cases die. But I think what we hear that for someone like Cawthorn, it's just this automatic contrarianism. He's a contrarian just to be contrarian. That's basically the Fox News business model. Do whatever the opposite is of what everybody else says. And that can be all fun sometimes, but right now it has life and death consequences.
Right, and it's prolonging this pandemic. It is keeping that virus out there, and it is potentially leading to deadlier variants. It is leading to deadlier variants like the Delta variant, and who knows what comes next, all because, in part because we can't get everybody on the same page in terms of encouraging people to get vaccinated. Brian, it is such a great service that you track all of this stuff, although I must wonder how you just don't, lose your mind listening to people like that sometimes.
I think I lost my mind a long time ago, Jim.
Well, I don't know about that. You're doing great work as always. But Brian, thanks so much for breaking that down for us and bringing that piece to us. Very important. And Brian Show, Reliable Sources, airs tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. It's always critical viewing. Please watch.